Hey friends, Happy New Year. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to talk to you today. How you been, girl? Was your holidays good? You know, did family act right when they came over? Like, how'd it go? All went well for us. It was an amazing time. I really enjoy I love you guys. I do, and I really appreciate you all for all of the support and everything that you've given over the past year and a half. We've grown to over 5,000 subscribers. What? Had no idea that was going to happen. But, you know, this has been a journey. So, excuse me. I've been enjoying taking it all in. I've been enjoying connecting with each and every one of you that send like personal notes over on the Instagram. That's been amazing. So before we hop into today's video, I just wanted to take a minute to say thank you. I appreciate you. You make me smile, and I hope that our channel can continue to bless you, provide resources, inspiration, whatever comedy that you need so that your week can be amazing. So now that we are in 2023, the holidays are over. As you can see, Christmas is gone. There's no more Christmas anywhere. We can get back to tackling projects here at the house. I've got some really big plans for the year that I want to share with you guys, some things that we're going to be working on here around the house, some new business ventures that we're going into to kind of help you all at your home. And no, I'm not talking about design services, so no, but there are some interesting ways that I do want to help. So we'll talk about that today. I was able to get to one last DIY project before the year ended last year. So I'm gonna show you that. We updated the mudroom, or I updated the mudroom. So I'm gonna show you what the mudroom looks like. And then after that, I got a couple of goodies to share with you. I'm gonna clean up the kitchen because it's a mess, and then chit chat about what you can expect now that we are in the new year and we've got a whole nother year to continue knocking this house out one by one to turn it into our actual home. So if you're new to the channel, thanks so much for pressing the play button and stopping by. My name is Kay. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a business owner. Excuse me. Apparently I got a frog in my throat. This channel has been dedicated to us building our home, and now that we're in it, we're customizing it, furnishing it, all that good stuff. I love to decorate with color. It's myself, my husband. I've got 4 amazing little humans. If you want to learn more about us from a family perspective, feel free to connect with us over on Instagram. That's where I'm kind of getting into the hang of sharing projects as we go, and then sharing a little bit about us, having a little fun, sharing our adventures, all that good stuff. So you can connect with us on Instagram and the TikTok at Kay Whitaker. I'm pinning all the time inspiration and ideas for what we have here at the house, so you can connect with me there too. But outside of that, let's go look at the mudroom real quick. I want to show you what that looks like. I think I got a little footage for it with me putting it up. And then we'll come back and chit chat about all the other good stuff. Let's hop into today's video.
What's going on? You got me recording, y'all.
And I'ma use it. Keep playing with me. All right, here we go. So before the new year went out, ooh, that's got ugly black lines. She not on the camera. So before the new year went out, I got a wild hair at my butt, and I was like, you know what? I'm off. I don't have client meetings. I don't have a whole lot going on, so I can take on a quick project. Y'all know that sound on Instagram that was trending for a little while that was like, you know, and I'm gonna get this all wrong, but like, I could knock this out in a day, but at the end, you know, it take you like forever. Yeah, that's what the mudroom did to me. So real quick, before I kind of show you what all is in here, and I'm actually going to change cameras to show you because there's a black line that is kind of coming in this camera. So before I show you what it looks like now, let me pop in a real quick before picture. It was just this plain spot. All we had was beadboard, but I wanted somewhere because my kids had got into the habit of walking from the front door to the kitchen, and they stuff would land like, and don't judge my kitchen because it's dirty right now, but they stuff would land like right here. They put their backpacks right here. Their shoes would be down here. So that was driving me crazy. So because that was driving me crazy, I was like, yeah, no, we're going to need somewhere for them to put all their stuff so it can stop landing in my kitchen. So that's why I decided to do the mudroom. Now, all of the mudrooms that I'd been looking at, you know, were kind of farmhousey, and that's cool, but y'all know I like a little bit of sparkle, so that's why the sparkle is here. But I got a little bit of footage on how I put it together, but I'm gonna grab another camera real quick so these black lines don't mess up our views, and I can kind of give you an overview of what all is in there, kind of what we did, so that if you want to do a mudroom like that, you can do it. I'll do like a full tutorial at a later time. I just kind of want to give you the rundown. So let me grab the other camera and then I'll be right back. All right, so that's a little bit better. It's just a dark corner. So basically, in this space, I knew I wanted somewhere that would provide a little bit of storage and somewhere for them to be able to hang their coats and stuff. So all I didn't have a lot to do. The beadboard was already here. This color is actually the same color that is painted in the living room wall. So all I did was I came through and I added some trim. I think this is like a 1x2 and then a 1x3 trim around it just to square it off, because it was kind of, this floating shelf we added. There wasn't a stud on this wall, so I had to get creative and add some support, but you can stand on this thing, jump up and down, it ain't going nowhere. So I wanted the shelf to look like it was floating, and then I wanted the decor to be a little bit more sparkly. So I didn't want to just leave it where it was just like storage. I wanted, even when they aren't utilizing it with their stuff, that is still decorative. So if we take Summy's jackets off, like Summer was the first one. She was helping me sweep and stuff. But she was the first one to hang her stuff. And believe it or not, I got these hooks from Home Depot. And initially I was gonna go with brass hardware, but because it is in between this area where all of the hardware, like the hinges on the doors, are black and the handles are black, I figured, I wanted the wall to stand out, not the hardware. So we went with matte black hardware just to kind of make it blend. And I figured the decoration. So ain't that cute? Like, even when it's not in use, let me move the iPads, child. These are really Amazon tablets, but they iPads to the kids. So even when it's not being used, it's still a moment. Like, this is the only Christmas that's left. And I'm probably going to change this vessel out, but I'm going to add some branches there, just some real tall branches. I just got to find some. That eucalyptus I got from Hobby Lobby during Christmas. It's a little more sparkly than what I want it to be, but I really like it. It's like a fresh little spot that just adds like a little pop, right? So when the lights are off, that's what it looked like. And my phone is doing terrible. And then we walk in, look, we walk in, you got your views, and then you look over to the left, and it's still a moment. Let me turn some lights on. It's still like its own little moment. So I'm excited about that. That took me a few days to do. The floating shelf was the hardest part. I've got some floating shelves that I'm gonna probably install in the bathroom. So when I install those in the bathroom, I'll do a tutorial on how to do the floating shelf. But ain't that cute? Oh my gosh. It's the cutest. Okay, let me put some of the stuff back. Child, before she come home. Because this is her permanent spot. Oh, even her little shoes, child. She got shoes in the basket. Baby, she enjoys this because I told her I didn't want her backpack all in the way, and she the only one going to school right now. The other kids out till next week. So I figured it'd be a good little moment for storage. It's not overcrowded. That's the laundry room. So when I do the laundry room, we'll be able to kind of keep the door open, and this will be its own little aesthetic moment coming in. So yeah, so that's the mud room. Now that we are done with the mud room, I gotta clean up this kitchen real quick. So I'm gonna set up the camera here in the kitchen, get the lighting and stuff right, and we'll come chit chat. I got a couple of things to share with you that got sent to me before the holidays that I didn't get an opportunity to share. So I'll share those, and then we'll chat real quick about what to expect for the new year. And then we'll be back on our regularly scheduled programming. Let me get set up with the other camera real quick. We shall be right back. Y'all, you would not believe that I just recorded a whole 15 minutes worth of talking, and I ain't have my microphone turned in. So from the top, from the top. What did I don't even remember what I was talking about. Okay. Y'all, I am so crazy. Anyways, so before we left for the holidays, there were a couple of companies that sent some stuff over that I didn't get a chance to share. So I'm gonna share those with you now because I'm excited about them. One of them I have been using and enjoying since they sent it over, which is a set of sheets. And I'm a freaking sheet snob. Like, I'm a hard sell when it comes to bedding. In my corporate days, when I was working for somebody else, I used to sell bedding, like window treatments, all that good stuff, mattresses. So I learned a lot about materials and all that good stuff, which is why it's so hard for me to find stuff because I'm so critical. Mostly overcritical, but it is what it is. Anywho, a company called Hervé sent over some sheets. Now, when they originally reached out because they have this like split duvet concept where the duvet can connect with each other. It kind of connects with magnets. So if you and your partner, the whole idea is if you and your partner fighting over the covers, you know, you can have your own, or when you want to be together, you can have it together. I didn't necessarily need that. That's not my jam, but I can see how that can work for some folks. I actually, you know, if Tim steal the covers, I just get closer. So, you know, I feel like if we had a split duvet, that would put him on one side of the bed and me on the other side of the bed, and I'm too clingy for that, so that don't work. But while I was watching, while I was watching, like looking over the website, I noticed that they had some organic bamboo sheets. And I love bamboo material in bedding. So I was like, yo, the duvet doesn't necessarily work. But if you send the sheets, I'd be happy to try those and share those with my folks. And these sheets are... So they sent 2 sets. The set that I'm holding, I have not washed or used, and I've probably had them for like a month and a half. And I didn't wash them or use them because I wanted to show them to you before I did so. So I'll wash them after today's video. But I got a navy set and a white set. Now, I've been sleeping on the white set, but just a kind of close up of what they look like. Let me make sure you can see that. There's the tag, Hervé. Yep. So they come in this kind of recyclable type packaging, which I thought was pretty cool. And I have a king size set that comes with a sheet, 2 pillowcases, fitted sheet, top sheet, and 2 pillowcases. And they come in this nice little deal where once you fold them up, you can put them back in there if you want. But y'all, these sheets are so silky. Like when I took them out of the packaging, I was like, girl, and it's a woman-owned business. So y'all know how I feel, girl power. But let me see if you can see the silkiness of this all on camera. Like, Can you see that? This is not silk. This is bamboo. Okay, friend? This bamboo. And let me tell you, when she said they are cooling, she wasn't lying. She wasn't lying. And you know, companies be like, the more you wash them, the softer she get. Yeah, she wasn't lying about that either. These are absolutely amazing. The only criticism that I have is that I have a big mattress. My mattress is 14 inches. And this particular sheet set, it fits the mattress, but it's like a tight fit. And I like for my fitted sheets to like hug the mattress. So I wish the pockets were deeper on the fitted sheet, but it ain't enough for me to be like, I'm not going to use them because they do fit and they kind of hug. I just wish they were a little bigger. But outside of that, child, your girl been sleeping good because I've been watching them white set and it has taken everything in me not to use these because I do love these and I wanted to share them with you first. So now that you know what they look like, I can go and put them in the wash. And this can be my primary set and my white set is my backup set. I love these. I love these so much that I am going to the website to go get a few more colors. I want to say she got like greens and grays and stuff like that, but these are heaven. So if you like good sheets, I am going to say go check them out. I'll leave a link down in the description where you can go and shop them. Yeah, these bad boys, absolutely amazing. And I am so grateful that they found me and sent these to me. And I am sorry I didn't get these out to you before the holiday, just content schedule didn't allow. But yeah, so that's Survey, that's the first company. So secondly, I want to share these lights. Now these are Christmas lights. Now child, don't come for me and be like, why you should talk about Christmas cake? Christmas is over. Yes, Christmas is over. But these lights can actually, here, I'm gonna take them out the box. Now, if you watched any of us decorating for Christmas that had these lights up, I want to say they're called Ollny or Ollny. I don't know how you pronounce the name. Ollny. But they were sending out lights like crazy. And they got it figured out. Like there's a lot of light companies that have reached out to me to send me stuff. And even though I have not used this yet, I already know just based off of what I've seen around the interwebs and based off of what I see here that this company knows what they're doing. So they sent me 2 boxes of 1,000 LED lights, string lights. Now, you can use this for Christmas. Me personally, y'all know we got some plans going on in the backyard with like decks and build outs and stuff like that. I may use these somewhere else, but I also looked on their website and there were some other lighting options. But what I'm really excited about is we're in January, so Christmas just passed. And you know, all the places they have like their sales and stuff. And I am looking for more Christmas for next year now because you know, after we got decorating, I realized I didn't have nearly enough for what I wanted to do. And that's just because it's the first year in the house, right? So I want to go ahead because, you know, Christmas decorations can get really expensive. So while stuff is on sale, while it's not in high demand and I can probably get my hands on it, I'm looking for stuff, which is why I'm sharing this with you, because if you were anything like me and you were like, ooh, I wish I had more lights last year, my plans for these, I've got 2 packs of these, is going to be to wrap that big oak tree in my backyard next year. Every time I walked in the door this year, I was like, man, I wish that tree was wrapped, especially considering if God says the same, we won't have that railing behind the chairs, the deck or patio, whatever I decide to build will be installed. So I won't have that to light. So next year, I want that oak tree to kind of be the focal point. Some of my plans for this year in the living room is to take 3 of those curtain panels down and just have curtains on the outside, because this big picture window, the whole reason why I didn't put the sliding doors in here is because I wanted to enjoy these windows with this tree view. And the curtains even block that for me a little bit. So next year I can only imagine what wrapping that tree is going to look like. And I'm not sure if they have some sales. If they do, I'll put like any of those details down in the description. But I wanted to show this to you because these are so dope. So they're not like the big Christmas balls, right? They're entwined in the string, which probably makes it that much easier to use, which is also gonna make it that much easier for me to wrap the tree. You can do like different settings on these so they can twinkle, they can do a whole bunch. Battery, remote control operated. So I'm really excited about these. So I left these out. I've already put up all my Christmas stuff, but I left these out because I wanted to show them to you, because if anybody is like me and you want to shop after Christmas, or if you just need lighting, like we're going to be doing a lot in the yard. Like the yard is my happy place. So I'm going to need a lot of lighting. And if you need lighting ideas, like to light your deck or anything like this, this company sells it. So I still, even though we're not using these right now, it's not Christmas, I still feel like you can go and find something that you may need. You know, it's January here in Texas. We had a big freeze right before Christmas. We usually only get one freeze a year. Like I looked it up, and the last projected freeze date for 2023 is March 5th. So that's really early. So I am going to be doing a bunch of organization projects and stuff here in the house downstairs to kill like the winter months. And I'll be, you know, y'all will go with me when we do that. But when we go outside, we're going to need lighting. We're going to need all kinds of stuff. So I totally plan on figuring out a place where I can utilize this. I may not wrap the tree before Christmas, but we'll see how it goes. And I'm grateful that they sent these. I didn't get a chance to share them. They sent them right before Christmas. It was cold, it was icy. Like time just did not allow for us to put these out, but they're super cool. And I wanted you to see them. So that was the second thing that we got before we left. Now, let's talk about plans. So we're in the new year, and I have so much design stuff that I want to do here in the house. You know, I have fallen in love with the saws and woodworking and building stuff. So of course, you know, we got a whole lot of that to do, but I think the first quarter of the year, especially because it's the winter months, I'm going to focus on like structural stuff. So when I say structural stuff, I'm talking like wall treatment, stuff like that, so that we can get organized. This is a big house. This house is 4,300 square feet. And that means it is a big opportunity to be unorganized. And I just don't want to live like that. I just don't want to live like that. This is probably not practical, but it is what I want. And it's my house, so I'm gonna do it. I want my house to be so structured and so organized that when people come over, they be like, do anybody live here? Even with my kids. Like my kids are getting older. Summer will be 5. I'm noticing that she's doing a lot better with mess making. She's not as much of an artist, like writing on walls and stuff, as she used to be. So the kids are getting a little older. So I'm getting a little bit more confident on what I can do in a space. I'm not gonna lie, when we first got in here, I was like, oh no, I'm not doing nothing in here because I don't want the kids to tear it up. But they're getting older. I'm even looking like at the dining room area and what I have in there. I'm like, okay, we could do a little more over there because they doing all right. Now, I'm not gonna go crazy. But I do feel a little bit more confident in my children, in the upkeep of what we're doing, where I feel like I can kind of go all out. And I say all of that to say, we gotta get organized first. I was looking in the garage, like we can't even park in the garage. There's so much stuff in there. With the few woodworking projects that I did between building the built outs, building a mudroom, putting some trim on the walls, like I haven't even done that much, and it is wood everywhere. It's sawdust everywhere. It is stuff we're not using. Like we gotta get that stuff out of here so that we can function. So this first quarter is gonna be all about getting us organized. It's gonna be projects that are getting us organized and creating a vibe in the rest of downstairs. So I did the mudroom. It's its own moment. I am absolutely in love with it, which also inspired me to do the entryway, kind of just take care of that front part of the house. So I'm gonna try to tackle that. in this time for the first quarter. But before I tackle that, I'm gonna get the garage organized. So the next couple of videos you see will be us cleaning out the garage, putting some organization and structure in the garage so that I can do the rest of these projects and not go further into complete chaos in that garage, because I'm embarrassed to have the garage up if we're outside. It's that bad. So we're gonna start there. And then once we get the garage organized and put together, then I'll come in, we'll start doing some woodworking projects, because I want to do a really fun wall treatment in the entryway, really decorate the entryway to give it kind of like that bam impression. I'm gonna go light on furniture shopping until after May. And the reason why I say that is because I am actually in the process of developing an online furniture store where I can go out and source some pieces and get access to some stuff that we can't get in the retailers. And in order for me to be successful there, I've got to get accounts created, all that good stuff. Like, I work with interior designers all day long. I don't want to necessarily offer design services just because my confidence level for doing this for somebody else is not there. But y'all ask me about my stuff all the time. And I want to be able to get my hands on stuff that we may not be able to get our hands on just going to like the retailers that we have access to. And I really am into finding unique stuff. And I was like, well, why not be like the middle person where I can go and source this stuff, travel, get inspired, all that good stuff. And one of the things that I need to do is get a few accounts open, and I'm going to do that at Market this year. So after Market, I'll be ready to come back and kind of launch that. So I'm not ordering any more furniture right now. If somebody reaches out and they have something that I like that is worth sending, I'll allow them to send it. But for right now, I am not ordering anything until I get out there myself and kind of look around and see what I can find that will not only work for me, but I can also get access to for you guys as well. So that's what's coming in 2023. That's it. I was gonna clean the kitchen here on camera, but I think we've talked enough. So yeah, so I'm really looking forward to this new year. I'm glad to be back. You know, I know this video was a little slower than usual. We'll be back to projects next week, trust me, because we got a whole lot to do out there in that garage. But I can't wait to share like this organization thing with you. If you are looking for ways to get organized, your garage and your kitchen, like I wanna go through all these cabinets, get them organized, get them structured. What was in my nose? I'm gonna install like some under cabinet storage stuff for like trash cans, spice racks, all of that. We're gonna get that done, but we're gonna start outside so that I don't feel bad about cutting wood and having it laying all up. Like, we just gotta get it together. But anyways, thanks for hanging out with me today. I know we did more chit chat than projects, but I'm really excited for what we're getting ready to do, and I can't wait to share it with you. So that's it for today's video. Be sure you stay connected over on Instagram and TikTok. We're back to normal content creation over there as well. So a lot of times TikTok will see like some sneak peeks and behind the scenes first. Instagram, you'll see a lot more of me and the kids and the family and stuff like that. I'm pinning all of my inspiration and ideas, and we'll be back next week as we start to clean up and get organized so we can live a less chaotic life. In 2023. At least that's the goal. Thanks, child. I'll see you next week.